I know that you know the feeling. You're an electric car owner who's heading to a different part of the country, or in fact, another country, and you're not going to be taking your car with you. You really don't want to rent a car at the other side, but you feel like you've got very little choice. And when you look at the rental company websites, you're met with the same depressing choice of gas guzzlers that you know will either smell of cigarettes, have almost bald tyres, or some annoying mystery squeak that you know you're going to have to listen to for the next 7 days. And all you really want to do is to rent an electric car. If you're lucky, you might find a rental company with an electric car. There's, for example, an enterprise just down the road from me that has a Tesla Model S. But you'll also get massive palpitations when you find out the daily cost. $300 to $400 a day seems to be the going rate for this one. And while Niro, the Airbnb of car rental, does have electric cars in its fleet, exactly what you'll get when you rent and how much you pay will vary somewhat. Even when you do find a rental place with electric cars on its fleet, it's not uncommon to find the car hasn't been charged. That actually happened to me once in San Francisco. The staff don't know how to operate the vehicle, or worse still, it doesn't have any of the usual charging equipment or any cards with it so that you can recharge on the road. And after all of that, well, you just give up. Or you did what I did earlier this year when the whole team headed down to Las Vegas for CES. We drove instead and took my Chevrolet Bolt EV. I didn't have to worry about check-in, baggage allowance, or renting a car while I was there. Granted, it did take longer to get there, and my experience isn't the basis for this video, because this video isn't about not flying. It's about finding a rental that's electric if you happen to be away from home and your usual form of transport. Anyway, I think you get the message. Usually you're stuck with a petrol or a diesel car. But if you're heading to the UK or Norway, there is hope, especially if you don't mind paying a little more for the privilege. Enter White Car, an independent rental car company that has electric cars and only electric cars on its fleet. Last year, while I was visiting the UK to attend Fully Charged Live and to see family, White Car were kind enough to rent me a Tesla Model S for a few days to experience the vehicle handover process firsthand, and of course, to save me the hell of standard rental car experiences. And I've got to say, the whole experience was a breeze and far better than most car rental experiences I've ever had. I would like to tell you that I filmed a whole lot of footage of the process. I did film some, but because of what was going on in my life at the time, my sister was in her final stages of life with terminal cancer and actually said goodbye to me just before I handed the car back. Well, I've got to admit the footage that I did have is pretty garbage and not suitable for use. And it's also the reason that it's taken me 6 months or more to make this video. I mean, just look at this. But you're an electric car owner, be it a Tesla driver or someone with a Nissan Leaf, or someone who just wants to experience electric cars for the first time in a new country. Anyway, back to the review. Like any other rental site out there, the process of booking a White Car is really simple. You say where you'd like to pick the car up from. White Car has locations at London Heathrow, London Gatwick, London City Airport, Manchester Airport and Edinburgh Airport in the UK, as well as Oslo Airport in Norway. And then you select the dates that you'd like to rent your car. It then gives you 2 choices, at least for now, a Tesla Model S or a Tesla Model X. At the moment, Tesla Model 3 isn't offered due to it only just arriving in Europe, but I'm guessing that will change in due course. Each rental includes unlimited mileage and access to Tesla's supercharger network, with supercharging included free of charge. 2 extra drivers are also included too, so the pricing structure differs from most rental companies, where you end up having to pay much more and having more fees tacked on during the pickup process than you first thought. But what I particularly liked about the White Car experience wasn't the fact that I was picking up a Tesla, but the fact that I was given the full rundown of the car and its features. Unlike your average rental company, where some assistant walks you to the car with you, records mileage, fuel level and damage before handing you the keys and walking away, White Car walks you through absolutely every aspect of the car, making sure you know how to use the in-car touchscreen display, set cruise control, use autopilot, and use the vehicle route planner to access Tesla's supercharger network. In my case, they even offered me free loan of a Tesla to Todaymo adapter since I was going to be away from many superchargers for some of my trip. At the end of my rental, handover was quick and simple, and I was even able to arrange to drop my car off at Heathrow for no extra charge, meaning I didn't have to worry about taxi cabs or shuttle buses to my terminal. In terms of overall experience, it was definitely a 10 out of 10 versus the 4 or 5 that you'll find at most rental companies. And while I acknowledge that White Car did know I was filming a special on the service, other people I spoke to at Fully Charged Live, other White Car renters I bumped into, did seem to have a similarly positive experience. Which leaves me with one thing: price. For a week's rental in a Model S, you are looking at around £900 to £1,000 sterling. And I'll admit, that's a lot of money for a rental and a lot of money to add to your holiday or your business trip. It's certainly a premium above your average 5-door Ford Focus or Vauxhall Corsa, and there are a butt ton of cheaper, more affordable rental options out there. But if you compare apples to apples, things get kind of interesting. I checked on Enterprise and several other websites for an identical booking this summer to the quoted dates I checked for White Car, and I was given a price of between £700 and £800 sterling for a book now, pay now price for a Mercedes-Benz E-Class sedan. In other words, a comparable, similarly sized premium vehicle. That's still cheaper than White Car, but then if you add on the cost of fuel and the added extras that most rental companies tack on, then you'll quickly find that that E-Class costs a similar figure to White Car. Which leads me to a really simple conclusion. If you're heading to the UK or Norway and you're a Tesla owner missing your car at home, or you're someone who's willing to splurge a little extra to get the chance to own a Tesla for a week because you're on holiday, White Car is certainly a very good choice. You don't have to worry about gas. It's a familiar vehicle, at least if you're a Tesla owner. And if you're on holiday, it's a nice treat if you can afford it. Will the prices come down? I really hope they do. And I'm almost certain that they will when Model 3 comes along. That's it. Thanks for watching. Let us know if you liked it or you didn't like it. Scribble a comment, hit the notification bell. And if you want to support the show, well, there's a whole host of links below to help you do just that. I'll be back soon with another episode, but until then, keep evolving.